In a bustling city, there lived a young girl named Maya. Maya was incredibly creative. She had a vivid imagination and a natural talent for painting that amazed everyone around her. She dreamed of becoming a world-renowned artist, and her sketches showed she had the gift to do it. But Maya had one major weakness. She lacked consistency. She was like a firework, exploding with energy at the start of a new project, but quickly burning out. She would start a painting with great passion, but after a few days, when the excitement faded or a difficult part came up, she would abandon it. Her room was filled with half-finished canvases, sketched outlines, and dried-up paint brushes. She often told herself, "I'm just waiting for the right inspiration, or I'll finish this when I feel like it." But the truth was, she only liked the idea of being an artist, not the hard work it required. Her friends and family would ask Maya, "When will we see a finished piece?" And she would just shrug, believing her talent alone would eventually carry her to success. One day, a prestigious regional art competition was announced. The winner would get a scholarship to the academy in the country. Maya was thrilled. "This is it," she thought. "This is where I show the world who I am." She started a magnificent portrait, pouring her heart into it for the first 2 days. But by the third day, the work got tedious. The details of the background were boring to paint. Her phone kept buzzing with notifications. A new video game came out. Slowly, the painting was pushed to the corner of her room. Weeks passed. The night before the submission deadline, Maya looked at her half-empty canvas in horror. She tried to rush and finish it, but it was impossible. She missed the deadline. When the results were announced, she saw a girl from her class, someone Maya thought had less natural talent than her, taking the first prize. Maya was crushed. She realized that while she was waiting for inspiration, others were putting in the work. Talent without completion was meaningless. Desperate to change, she sought out Mr. Sato, an old master potter who lived on the edge of town. Mr. Sato was known not just for his beautiful pottery, but for his immense patience. Maya went to his workshop and said, "Master Sato, I have the talent, but I cannot finish anything. I get bored, I get distracted. How do I force myself to work?" Mr. Sato didn't answer immediately. He was sitting at his wheel, shaping a lump of clay. He motioned for Maya to watch. For an hour he did nothing, but gently smoothed the same side of the pot. Over and over again. It looked boring. It looked repetitive. Finally, he stopped and looked at her. "Maya, you think art is an explosion," he said softly. "But true art is a river. It cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence." He took her to the back of his garden, where a large stone stood under a dripping tap. "Look at this stone," he said. "There is a deep hole in the center. Do you think a hammer did that?" "No," Maya replied. "Correct. It was the water. One drop at a time. Soft, weak water. But because it never stopped dropping, it broke the stone. Your problem, Mr. Sato continued, is that you want to break the stone with one hit. When it doesn't break, you quit. You must become like the water." Maya asked, "But how? How do I keep going when the excitement is gone?" Mr. Soto held up 4 fingers. "Follow these 4 rules of consistency, and you will never leave a canvas empty again." 1. The 5-minute rule. On days you don't feel like working, tell yourself you will paint for just 5 minutes. Anyone can focus for 5 minutes. Often once you start, you won't want to stop. The hardest part is simply starting. 2. Embrace the boring. Greatness is found in the boring work that no one sees. When you feel bored, realize that this is where the real progress is happening. That boredom is the price of mastery. 3. Stop relying on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes like the wind. Discipline is a choice. Build a routine where work at the same time every day, whether you are inspired or not. 4. Focus on done, not perfect. You stop because you fear it won't be perfect. Give yourself permission to make bad art as long as you finish it. A finished bad painting is better than a perfect painting that only exists in your head. Maya took these words to heart. She went home and picked up her brush. The next day, when she wanted to watch TV instead, she used the 5-minute rule. She painted for 5 minutes, which turned into 2 hours. When she got to the boring background details, she remembered Mr. Saddle's words and kept going, treating the boredom as a sign of progress. It wasn't easy. There were days she wanted to scream and quit, but she didn't. She showed up like the water dripping on the stone. A year later, the art competition returned. Maya entered a piece titled Persistence. It wasn't just a painting, it was a masterpiece of detail and emotion. This time Maya stood on the stage as the winner. She realized that her talent hadn't nearly as much as her discipline had. She remembered the water and the stone. Moral of the story: we often overestimate what we can do in a day, underestimate what we can do in a year. Success isn't about being the smartest, most talented in the room. It's about being the one who remains when the excitement fades. Be the water that cuts through the rock. If this story inspired you to finish what you started, please like this video and share it with a friend who needs a boost. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories that feed your mind. Until next time, keep creating and keep moving forward.